You're reading Afresh Entertainment Magazine.
I'm Ann Cheever with Afresh Entertainment Magazine, and I'm here with Kathleen Carnali.
Yes.
Tell me a little about you and how you got started singing.
Well, I started, actually I'll start when I played, because I played first. I started playing when I was just little, when I was in the piano, and I would just play for hours. And but I didn't sing until quite a few years later, when I was in my young teens, right around the same time when I came to know the Lord. I started singing just a little bit, and then when I completely gave myself to Christ, it was like, boom, like this voice came out of nowhere, and so from there on, the Lord just started singing me songs, and one thing led to another, until now we get to travel and minister all around the world. So
It's great.
yeah, it's fabulous.
And I love the way you put the Bible verses and the things into your music before you begin a song. And it's like it gives somebody meaning before you go into it. But how do you go about, you said some of your songs actually come to you in your sleep?
Yeah. Well, they come in so many different ways. Sometimes I'll be reading in the Word, and then bam, like the song will just jump out at me. Sometimes, like the one in the concert tonight I shared, I was actually about to go in and record, like in a couple days, and I didn't have the last song for the CD. And I had other songs that the Lord had sent me, but I knew they weren't for this particular album. And so I prayed and I sought the Lord, and the next morning I was sleeping and I was having a dream and the song was in it. And I woke up and I went home and I just started playing it. It's just amazing. And other times I've been woken up out of sleep, and I knew that the Lord was sending a song. I would go and then run, get a paper, and the whole thing would come out. And so it's so many different ways, but it's cool because every time He sends one, He's ministering to me so much. So when I share them and when I sing them, it ministers to me still the same, and I'm so thankful for that because, He never runs dry, and to be able to share that is so special.
And the beauty of it is that you're reaching so many other people and in so many positive ways. Now, I notice you have several CDs out, though. Tell me about your first and how you like to wear your arms.
Okay. My first CD, before my first CD, I was doing lots of ministry and traveling and different stuff, but I had never made a CD. And over and over, I would get asked so much for one. I said, maybe someday. And then and I was riding home from work one day, and I came up on a hill, and all of a sudden God, like His presence filled the car, and I started to sing a new song, and it was called I Will Not Be Afraid. It's on my first album. And God said, He said, now's the time, Kathleen. Now's the time you have to start recording, putting stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. And right as I pulled up on this hill, this big rainbow was in the sky.
Oh, how beautiful.
It was just amazing. I mean, it was like the promise that, because He's been sending me all these songs and already, and like just His promise that this is going to come to, they're going to be used, And I'm just a mess in the car, and so happy in this. And I got back to our apartment, and I said, I'm like, this is it. This is time. I have to record. And I didn't know who to. We live in Nashville, but I wasn't sure who to. Yeah, I just didn't know. I didn't know who would be good for me and whatever. Who God wanted picked. And so it was like right after that, bam, bam, bam. Like everything just opened up for it to happen. It was amazing. So it's like He totally prepared me for what was to come. And so that's when I started. And when my first CD was finished, that's when I quit everything. And God said, this is everything now, full-time, everything. You can rely on me. I'm like, okay. And so I started, and we've been going ever since. And through the ministry times with that CD, God would start sending songs spontaneously during the concerts. And so after that, I had so many of those. People would say, how can I get this song? How can I get this? I'm like, it just came, And so that's where the second CD came from. all those spontaneous songs kind of brought into one, and it's actually live. The second CD is completely live, and then there's new spontaneous songs on that CD. And then after that, again, God sent me new songs, and then about a year later, I recorded my latest CD, which is Dangerous Prayer, which is the one based off of that song I just shared about, the one you said in my sleep. I called it Dangerous Prayer because the chorus is, Jesus, rain in my parade, strip me down again. So I'm desperate for you. I'm like, that's a dangerous prayer. But the thing about it is, it's the most wonderful thing all at the same time. It can be so hard and so wonderful, because He loves us so much. He knows the plans He has for us. So I've named my last CD Dangerous Prayer, and now brewing inside is for the next CD. I've already got. Yeah, I know the name of it, and the Lord just gave me these flutes. He just taught me how to play, which you heard tonight, and I'm just playing on faith, really, and they'll be part of the next CD too. So I'm really excited.
I'm looking forward to it. Tell me where people can find more of your music on the internet if they've never heard you before. They want to be able to get some of your music and get inspired.
Well, you could always go to my website at kathleencarnali.com, and Kathleen's with a K, and Carnali is CARNALI. And then also I'm on things like iTunes and Amazon, and so you can get downloads and MP3s, all that stuff too. And YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. So I'm there. So come say hi. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward. I was really glad to be able to see you perform live, and I wish you the best with your ministry and what you're doing. I think you're doing a great job with everything, and I look forward to seeing where you go in 5 years.
Yeah.
It'll be an exciting adventure.
I know. I'm excited too. God's so good, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I appreciate it. Check out Kathleen Carnali.